McNamara. Welcome to the IBM Innovation Centre Hangout. Today we're doing a feature on one of our gurus in the IBM Innovation Centre, David Hamblin. David, how are you, buddy? You all right?
Good, thank you very much.
Fantastic. We're also joined by Kurt Menny. How are you, buddy?
Well, thank you.
Tip top. So let's go to the table. Kurt, do you want to introduce us, say who you are?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Kurt Menny. I am here at IBM on a placement with the Business Development and ISV team. I work predominantly on the business side to this team, and I also work with John McNamara.
Lucky man. Now, David, this is all about you. So do you want to tell us who you are and what your role is?
Yeah, by all means. So I'm the Innovation Centre's infrastructure manager. It's a role I've taken over very recently. Yeah, still kind of finding my feet in how to actually manage what we have here in the centre. So a little bit about me. I am part of the graduate scheme. That's how I've come into IBM. So I worked for many years beforehand before going to university. I went to university a little bit later in life, did a degree down in Plymouth.
Right.
Fantastic, yeah.
Captain Jaspers.
Oh yes, absolutely. Gotta love a Jasper.
Big shout out Jasper.
Other burgers are available.
No.
But yes, so after doing that, I came back to IBM. Been working for the last couple of years with a team in big data.
Fantastic.
So working with big appliances, looking at solutions in different types of environments. So whether it's looking at Hadoop-based platforms where you're exploring large data sets that you want to kind of break down and work on, or whether you're taking large data sets that you need to work with other large data sets and couple these things together, and we use a platform called Latiza, which is really good at that.
Fantastic.
So you have kind of a broad approach to technology.
Yeah.
I've worked with lots of different systems and platforms, which lends itself well to coming into the Innovation Centre, where we use anything from power systems to Windows to Red Hat Linux, SUSE Linux, and all sorts of other technologies in the mix there as well.
Fantastic. So what do you do specifically in the IIS today?
So as infrastructure manager, I'm responsible for making sure that everything works. So,
you heard it here first.
That's not me saying that I take the blame if it's not working, but no, we have a huge network environment here with many hundreds of machines, whether they're virtual machines or physical machines, and we have to make sure that the environment will hang together for our business partners. So as a centre, that's what we're here to do, is to make sure that IBM business partners are able to prove their technologies, their software solutions on IBM hardware and platforms.
Fantastic.
Okay, David. So can you give us a brief introduction about this Innovation Centre?
Yeah, so just kind of to expand on that point about what we're here for in terms of business partner work. Within IBM, obviously, we have our own sales organisations. We also work very closely with business partners across the UK and Ireland. These are the guys who they have their own customers. What they do is they come to us as the Innovation Centre looking for support with enablement on technologies. So maybe a current partner would like to look at a new platform, for instance. So somebody who works with WebSphere, they might suddenly start thinking about, okay, let's do some development work, and maybe they'll look at rational toolkits and things, and perhaps they might want to explore those kind of technologies, and they would come to us to try and get help with that kind of system. So
phenomenal. So what kind of technologies would we use on a daily basis, Joe?
I mean, from a technological point of view, from the kind of the wires and the walls up to the screens and the keyboards that people interact with, we kind of we use a variety of different networking equipment, for instance. So we have Cisco core networking. We also use Blade networking technologies, which was an IBM networking platform, which is now owned by Lenovo. And so we have a mixed environment, different types of networking technologies. In terms of then looking outwards from there, we have a variety of x86 series-based platforms.
Right.
So this was previously what IBM was calling System X.
Okay.
And we also have Power, IBM's core kind of product. We use as a platform for a lot of our technologies, including things like Watson.
Right.
They are based on IBM's Power platforms, and that's just a different type of chip architecture. So similar to kind of Intel series architecture chips, but with a different kind of instruction set and a different way of interacting with them as well.
Fantastic. And these are available to participants coming in and wanting to use IBM technology as part of their solutions.
That's right, yeah. So we act as a hosting centre, in effect, for our business partners. They come to us with their requirements of what they'd like to be doing, and we will then work with them to help enable them on the platforms. So a business partner could come to us and prove that their solution works on hardware that they'd never normally be able to afford just for demonstration purposes.
Right.
Because, obviously, if they're selling it to an end client, maybe they'd have that opportunity themselves. But we provide another path to that.
Fantastic. And of course, the nice thing about being here in Hursley, it's a nice place, which is always fantastic. Yeah. But we've also got access to thousands of developers, just in the corner here, who are involved in Watson, messaging, integration, Kix, GreenHat, API management, you name it, it's all here. And then on tap for them to come in.
Absolutely. So there's an initiative called Unleash the Labs, which is a fantastic way for us to leverage the resources of the lab environment. We're surrounded here by beautiful green trees, or, well, orange trees at the moment. But thousands of developers as well. So we as a centre, we could provide access into that for our business partners, which means that ultimately they can provide better solutions to their clients.
Oh, and it's free.
And it's free.
It's free.
To IBM business partners.
Yes.
Signed up through Partner.
I'll put the link in the notes.
Okay, so we've already touched over the fact that there's thousands of developers here ready at your fingertips to work with. There's also a wealth of technologies out there. Do you find any particularly interesting?
Yeah, I mean, my kind of background is very varied. I've deliberately sought to try and experience lots of different platforms and technologies to try and broaden out my knowledge particularly. But over the last couple of years, obviously the Internet of Things has become this great term that people use. And I kind of struggled with it at first. I was thinking, okay, so Internet of Things, okay, so there's this kind of machines talking to machines, and okay, yeah, that was kind of fine. But a couple of years ago, I found a product called Node-RED.
Oh, and now you're talking. So this is really good.
So this is a fantastic little platform. It's I'm trying to remember the strapline now. It's defined as a visual tool for wiring the Internet of Things, and it's an open source technology that was developed here in Hursley by a chap named Nick O'Leary and Dave Conway-Jones. And they're about 300 yards away from us, in an office over somewhere on the complex. And it's an amazing little tool written in Java, and it provides a GUI which enables you to wire together different things. So in the Internet of Things kind of terminology, you talk about a node being a thing that does a thing. This is kind of a phrase I quite like. So you might have a node which collects data from Twitter, for instance.
Very good.
You've got a search going out to Twitter and it brings you some information in. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. You've got some Twitter information. What do you do with that? What Node-RED allows you to do is to put another node next to that. And you can link those two together so that you bring the Twitter information in and then do something with it.
Yeah.
So it might be to interpret it or to do some analysis on it, to then gain some insight into what's happening there, to then ultimately do something else. So
Node-RED is also a key component of the fantastic IoT lab we have here in the Hursley Innovation Centre. Is a showcase lab. It's quite new as well from last year.
Absolutely, yeah.
But he also used Node-RED to tweet it to our space probe in June, and the IoT lab being incredible. We're happy going to that. Phenomenal. So we've probably touched on this a little bit already, but how do you see the technologies and the service we provide as being beneficial to our partners?
So I think I mentioned already about the kind of the cost opportunities. If you're a business partner who wants to get enabled on a power platform, but don't currently have that hardware in your estate, the price point could be prohibitive for you to just justify for demo building. We already have that. We have those facilities here, so you can come to us and prove your technologies on our platforms, which means you can then go to your customers and say, we've proved that this works. It works really well here, and this is why we propose that solution. So there's that kind of benefit to it. You also have access to a wealth of knowledge. We mentioned Unleash the Labs, where we can go out to thousands of developers who are the leaders in their field, developing revolutionary platforms like Node-RED, for instance. Also working on Kix, mainframe messaging technologies. In addition, we have a team of people working here who are experts in their field. whether you want to talk to somebody about a storage platform or to do performance tuning on a database. We have the kind of expertise in the team already to help with that kind of thing. And of course, if you need something plugged into a network, then I'm sure I can find a cable somewhere.
That sounds pretty awesome, buddy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the links to Partner World in the notes. If you're going to be a business partner, I'll put links there as well. Recommend that you do. You want to engage us, click on the link, and we'll sort you out. Guys, thank you so very much. Thank you, David, particularly for coming on today.
No worries.
Thank you,
John. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.